Okay, I had like a 5-minute break. Gotta play a little bit longer. I'm addicted to this now. Before I quit playing for the day. Screen went black. Okay, Scream is back.
You're here
Where?
to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The end of this world. So I'm gonna skip the dialogue, which I had before. Silent take it to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him.
Proceed. The narrator thinks that this is the first time we're doing this until
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Okay, so I wonder, what have we not tried? I guess a little bit of a different outcome is required. A little bit of a different choice. So, pick up the blade for now.
Your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Now let's see what we can do
The door to the
different.
basement creaks open. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh, it's that voice again. It's that voice. It's the, I wonder if the first stage of the game alternates a bit between the princess who is shy and a bit scared and nervous and the one who asserts control. So I'd already tried stabbing her, I think.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Continue down.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Yeah, just stand heavily, just carrying
Walk
on.
down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Okay, so what happens if I just go for it? Did I ever, like, cold-blooded killer, like, go for her without stopping at all? Let's just try that. I don't like it. I don't like it, really, but let's just do this.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
This is basically the narrator's wet dream.
Oh? No talking then? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? So, you should just drop it.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late.
Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Oh, look at her. She looks so... No.
You feel
No.
flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, all her control went away because there was suddenly nothing she could do. There was suddenly nothing she could do to stop me. No control, anything. Also, I see here, see the feathers falling off. These are feathers. These are truly feathers. This is not an attire. I am a bird-like creature, indeed.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder.
How you're still speaking. It's because you're sort of immortal, like, but I don't know. I should have seen it coming, but I'm always hesitating. Maybe she remembers that.
Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
No, but we might get there later.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
I always die when I kill her, don't I? How am I gonna die this time?
Yes. Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
Okay.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face.
Yeah, she's like, whatever. It's the same look as the narrator if I go against his will.
But is it over? Really over?
I'm not allowed to... Of course it is, she's dead. Am I becoming one with the narrator or something? I'm not sure, I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve, or of course not, that's way too easy. That was too easy. I can only pick... Of course she did. Of course it is.
Exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
And then I leave?
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad.
Yeah, thank you.
But
Finally.
it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Which doesn't exist.
Only
Oh.
a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
So the world did end, even if I killed her. So what do you have to say for your defense, narrator?
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Yeah, because we left that world. Once the princess has been extracted from the world in one way or another, that world is free and I'm no longer needed there. And the narrator knows about this shady business. He knows this portion of the plan. I was kind of hoping I would get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward.
You have to be shitting me, narrator. You're the devil in all of this. Fuck you, narrator. I'm gonna
This is
spend
what's
my...
best for everyone. Trust me.
It's not best for me. I'm just being stuck here. Fuck you.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Narrator is some sort of medicine that makes me happy, apparently. Never been happier. It's like the princess. I'm stuck here. It's just that I'm not chained. That's the difference.
Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
I could stab myself. Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. Hell no. Do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here?
I do, but you're probably not going to like it.
The dagger.
The blade.
Yeah.
We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
How is this a wonderful place? Just nothingness everywhere.
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Don't you dare. He wants me here. Me being trapped here in this stasis of a place brings stability to the world somehow. Wouldn't we be dead? Yeah, anything to get out of this hell.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
You sound like that one in Inscription.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Narrator is so pissed. But I never signed up for any of that. In fact, I didn't sign up for this at all. Chapter 2, The Spectre. The Ghost.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Oh, the cult. You don't know what happens in these games, do you? She evolves.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
What? Proceed.
A warning. She will lie. She will cheat. She won't be a problem.
She won't be a problem. She's always a problem. The cold voice. She's always a problem. Sometimes bigger, sometimes lesser, but always a problem.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
You know, I do wonder, because last time she didn't get to do or say much. She just died. So she's called a spectre now, which I suppose is some kind of ghost. Some kind of spirit. Because she didn't have a way to kill me and develop her personality based on killing me, if that makes any sense. And I can hear the ghastly sounds in the background.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time.
I mean, if she's a spectre, I can't kill her, can I?
Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall.
Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope that there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly, it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
I'm gonna enter the basement without a blade. And I'm gonna apologize.
The door to the basement groans open,
God.
revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
No. It sounded like your laughter for a second. If the princess dwells here, she's already dead. Oh, look at this. It's like a very old, decayed, haunted house.
The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
No voice?
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin.
Skeletal grin as a spectre.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Yeah, why is she shackled? Spectral shackle.
Ghost?
Oh, come on, hero. Come on.
Oh, wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Well, she can interact with the world by having the shackle up. Maybe she can interact with us as well in a relatively deadly manner.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller.
Hiya.
I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
I have some issues with it myself. You might not trust me on that one, but I do have some issues with that. I'm sorry how it went out, and you're still trapped here apparently.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
So, the shackle is not connected. It's just part of your ghost.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
We're gonna be haunted for all eternity.
So she has a body, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again, if we wanted to. We don't even need a blade. She looks fragile enough to me.
Yeah, she's so fragile that her atoms doesn't even allow us to touch her. How are you suggesting we're gonna kill something that's dead? Also, you can see the little scar here, as if the wound is healing. Wait and see how things play out.
I see you don't have that annoying knife anymore.
Annoying.
So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Beg for absolution, maybe?
Well, you don't seem to be... violence is probably the word I'm looking for. And another word I'm looking for is probably being capable of causing said violence. So...
Because I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
Define a little begging. We killed her. Yeah, I'm gonna put this first. See, this is what I told you in the woods.
Yes, obviously things are strange right now. I think it's safe to say that you've seen something you shouldn't have seen.
Or done something I shouldn't.
Whatever worlds you've hopped between, whatever versions of me you've met, none of that matters now. There's no changing what's already happened. But you have a job to finish.
How can I finish a job that's already been finished? It's a jobception here.
Finish how? We already did what you told us. And now she's a ghost. There's a perfectly pristine blade waiting for you upstairs. You could always use it to, I don't know, slay her.
There's always also a chance that, I don't know, that slaying a ghost with a knife is not gonna work?
And then what? And then you'll have saved the world. I think he's asking about what happens after we save the world. If that's even still an option. What do you mean, after?
Oh, we know what happens after. We know.
You already know what we mean, don't you? So why don't you go ahead and tell us? You're going to try and lock us away in a timeless void again? Because I didn't much care for that. I'm not going to lock you anywhere.
Oh, aren't you?
What an interesting choice of emphasis.
So, I killed you. What are you doing not being dead? I think she is dead. Ghosts are the definition of dead.
I don't feel very dead. But I guess I'm not dead. So you must have only mostly killed me.
Smucker killed you again.
Or maybe death is only mostly real, but it's also mostly not real. I'm not sure. I'm just the one these things have happened to, not the one with all the answers, or any of the answers.
But we're not a ghost. Unless we are?
Oh, we could be a ghost. We killed ourselves, so...
Maybe that's why the mirror disappeared. We're actually dead. Death, at least as a form of permanence, is just a concept. And clearly it's not a very useful one anymore. Maybe we should throw it out entirely. See, this is why I didn't want you to talk to her. Death is not just a concept, it is an extremely real phenomenon. Don't let her distort your reality. Cold, hard facts exist. The truth exists. It has to.
Your body's right there, though. Your dead, real body. Well, what's left of it.
The princess glances back at the bones lying on the floor.
It's just a body. Do you believe these bones? Or do you believe me? Because those bones aren't talking to you.
Well, she could possess me. That in a way could mean the death of us.
She's seeing things pragmatically. We should do the same. Reality is what's in front of us, not our preconceptions of what it should be. There doesn't need to be a static truth. There doesn't need to be objectivity.
Well, truth be told, she can only possess us if we are alive. Do you know why you came back? For revenge, maybe?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you.
Yeah,
Or maybe you have unfinished business with me.
yeah, that seems to be the running theme here, that we have some sort of business with each other, and everything around us is sort of orchestrated around that.
All I know is there's a hole in my chest. Not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper.
It's almost like a mark, like it's here.
A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, you're supposed to be assembled. Where are you supposed to be, do you know that?
Home.
Home.
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away.
And you probably have more of a connection to the spiritual realm and God realm, or what you want to call this universe out there, which I sometimes go to, where I do speak to this loving entity that claims to have some sort of relationship with me. And you being a spirit right now, of course, you probably have a deeper connection with where you do belong. Where this other entity, who probably is their real princess and assembling personalities from all of you. Does that make any sense? You have to go to your corporeal body out there and become a mix.
Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
It's in the mirror.
How specific.
Very specific, yeah. How sarcastic.
And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
Is there any way I can help you home? Do you need me to bury those bones?
No. Those bones are just a body. They aren't me. Bury them. Smash them. It won't do a thing.
She seems so liberated.
But you can help me. This place won't let me leave. At least, not alone.
Yeah, it seems we need to be two to leave.
I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Well, you were down in the basement of the basement. The deep basement, if you will. You came through the floor.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything will be fine. Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things.
Yeah, she can't get out.
It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
In a way I can't, but we can try. It's like breaking out of a prison, because as long as I'm in here, it's like a prison. I'm not going out of here alive, am I? But sure. Oh my fucking god! Oh my god! I did not see that coming. I am so sorry for screaming at you, princess. And at anyone else who might be watching, I'm so sorry. That stabbed my heart. So the red text is back. There's something evil growing inside you again.
Absolutely not.
Oh.
Is she asking if she can possess us?
Maybe that's what she's asking.
She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her.
Okay, so hang on for a moment, narrator. The narrator has said from time to time that he has some educated guesses going on from time to time. But you just said that you had no idea what this is. That she's not supposed to be dead in this world. But you somehow know that she's going to possess us. That's part of the story. Something is not right here.
Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
Oh, that would be interesting.
Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
Oh, that discussion would never end.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Are you sure? This will just be temporary, right? You'll leave once we're out of the cabin. No, I don't think so. She had a moment of red rage, or what you want to call this. She's not going to.
If I'm able to. But for all we know, that's not how it works. Maybe I'll wind up stuck with you for a long time.
Well, yeah, because she doesn't want to. You're showing your true self a little bit.
Don't much like the sound of that. It's crowded enough in here as is. It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body.
Yeah, but maybe that means that we get trapped down here. She doesn't exit here no matter what. So if she possesses me and becomes part of me, then I'm stuck here. Maybe.
That is a very dangerous train of thought.
If I let you in, do I still get to be in control? I think I'm gonna fade out.
Sure. Why not?
I do not trust that.
That doesn't sound very reassuring.
It doesn't.
I can't believe you're even entertaining her right now. I mean, just look at her. Do you think she has good intentions for her murderer's body? Of course she doesn't.
Yeah, and if I kill her a second time and she comes back as a demonic entity, then she's for sure not gonna like me. What if I say no, though? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say?
Then I won't hit your ride.
Is that so? Okay, that's so. So you're sort of grasping at chances here. You're hoping, you're appealing to my human side, to my emotional side, but like, please do this out of goodwill. I'm not gonna threaten you or anything. That's the end of it. You won't hitch a ride if I can say no, or you can't hitch a ride. I'm not gonna go with that one, I think, because that doesn't make much sense to me. Actually, I will ask this. You want to hitch a ride if I say no, or you can't hitch a ride? I want to see what she's gonna say. I shouldn't probe this even deeper, I feel, but...
I'm sure you'd like to know. It's a shame I won't tell you.
Oh, is this like a kind of, you don't have a choice anyway, I'm gonna do it anyway? Like in all those other times when it doesn't matter what I do because you're gonna break free anyway, aren't you? You're already free. Like the furry princess a moment ago was already free anyway.
But it'll be easier for both of us if you just let me in. And doesn't it sound nice?
Well, it is a bit more pleasant to be more in control of the situation by allowing you in, rather than you forcing yourself in, if you're gonna be able to force yourself into my mind regardless.
Maybe for her, but it's crowded enough in here as is.
The hero doesn't like this.
You won't have to feel guilty anymore. If you even do feel guilt.
In other words, I'm not gonna be there. I'm gonna be unconscious for a very long time. That's what I get from this. Before I agree to anything, we need to talk about what happens after you leave this place. I was told you would end the world.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
I did give it a lot of thought. I've been killed by you like 10 times already. I did give it thought.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over. She's right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of it.
Obviously, it was wrong of me to believe that. How could you have ended a world if all it took to kill you was a knife to the heart? Yeah, I'll go with this one.
Don't underestimate your own capabilities. If you truly managed to slay her last time, that doesn't mean she wasn't a threat. It means you did something heroic.
I did it quickly. Because she was expecting me to be slow.
Threats come in all shapes and sizes. A misspoken word could bring about the end of everything just as much as a blade or even the mere existence of an idea. You were chosen for this job for a reason.
That's right, Killer. I'm not a threat to anyone. And even if I was, I'm hardly a threat anymore, wouldn't you say?
No, I wouldn't say, because you're just subtly threatening me. You're vaguely threatening me about that you will be able to get out of here anyway through me. So, yeah. What are you going to do if I help you get out of here?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just fade away. Finally able to rest once I'm free from my unfinished business. Maybe I'll find someone to haunt.
Someone who's not me? Or I won't be here, maybe.
Maybe I'll haunt you.
There we go. You're haunting me right now.
It's a tough question, asking someone what she's going to do with her life.
Don't you mean with your death? I'm sorry.
The princess leans in close and pauses, the frigid air between you stale and unmoving.
Especially when someone is dead.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. That face. Oh.
She pulls back with a playful giggle.
Don't.
I don't think most living people could answer that either. Does anyone actually know who they are or what they want?
A little bit, maybe. Well, we're going to end the world.
I don't know. I just wanted to leave. I still just want to leave.
Yeah, but you know more than any one of us. Maybe not as much as the narrator. You probably know as much as the narrator. I know nothing. The voices also don't know anything. You didn't answer my question. Do you want to end the world?
The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
You still didn't answer my question. Even if you don't want to end it, does letting you out of there mean the world is going to end? Because you know stuff. Open up to me, ghastly princess. Give me some truth.
It does.
Yeah, I'm not waiting for you, narrator. I want you to hear it from her.
We're not asking you. We've heard your whole speech already.
Yeah, quite a few times.
I really don't know. I'm not lying to you. I promise.
I suppose you being dead and all, it's sort of like a truth serum going through your non-existent veins right now, right? You have some sort of demonic possession over you from time to time when you get this weird ghoulish face, but you seem to really be telling the truth.
The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be there, not here. I'm just supposed to be a part of it. It's home, I think. But what does it mean for anything to end? I ended, but I also didn't.
That's true.
I'm not so sure endings are real.
It does seem like everything is in a loop, doesn't it? Return, leave it at that? Okay. I'm sorry I killed you last time. I shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna say this for the fact that it just did it felt weird. It did feel very weird.
Too little, too late. But you can still make things right.
Yeah, you want to come out of here.
She's not in a position to bargain with us. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. We don't have to do anything, but maybe we should. We did kill her. Wouldn't it be the moral thing to help her now that we have another chance? When a hero slays a monster, does he apologize to it?
Oh, come on, narrator.
No. So don't try to make things right. She was going to end the world.
We don't know that.
You didn't do anything wrong, aside from apparently killing yourself, and that doesn't have much to do with her.
It's, yeah, I don't know. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge fantasy? Because I already did that and it wouldn't be hard to do it again? Well, I want to see what she says to that.
Are we putting this to a vote? Because personally, I'd prefer if we didn't die again. If that's what it comes down to, that's what it comes down to. But I don't see the point of offing ourselves just yet.
Oh, that's sweet of you to offer. But killing yourself wouldn't help either of us.
That's true. That's true.
It would seem that everyone here is in agreement except for you. I shouldn't have to tell you that you shouldn't kill yourself. So please, try to keep your suicidal tendencies in check.
Tendencies.
Like I said, I just want to go home.
We're just keeping her here at this point. I'm gonna say this again. If I knew I'd wind up having to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. In this case, I probably will have to slay them when I come back to the cabin in different ways, so, but I don't know, it just feels weird.
And if I knew you were going to murder me without even knowing who I was, I wouldn't have given you the chance.
Yeah, like you acted upon the other times.
Oh!
Oh my god, I never see that coming. That is so loud. We all make mistakes, not just me. Oh my god, that face. That freaking face. What happens if I go stop playing the victim you threatened me last time?
Well, yeah, you brought a knife with you. Was I supposed to just welcome you with open arms when you obviously had stabbing on the mind?
That is a very fair point, because I just walked standhaftily towards her. I didn't stop, I didn't chat, I didn't say anything, I just walked towards her with a knife. So, no wonder she looked very scared in the end. That knife could have been for anything. I've got a probe for this anyway. It's probably just bullshit, but...
It could have, but it wasn't. You can't blame me for threatening a would-be knife-wielding murderer. Especially when that would-be knife-wielding murderer became an actual knife-wielding murderer.
I suppose. I'm died too, and I'm not floating around like you. What happened? Why am I different?
You don't look dead, killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
Okay. So she just suddenly go for me.
Dead either.
My hand looks a bit more normal, but perhaps that's just me.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm
let...
less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are.
Yeah, what am I? I keep going back to that. What am I?
But we've already been over that. So why don't you stop stalling and let me in? It's so cold out here.
That sounds so innocently evil, the way you said it. I want to say I teleported. Maybe I should... Yeah, let's fill her in, because we're allowed to fill her more in with what happened to us, but she also lets us. So, you're dead, or at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me?
A boring question with an easy answer. Nothing. She's a ghost. Ghosts can't hurt us.
She just lifted my hand like this with force.
That's for me to know. and for you to wonder about. Maybe I can't do anything to you.
Maybe she can.
See?
Or maybe I can rip your heart out. Who's to say, really?
I don't like the uncertainty here. I don't know what to do or who to trust.
You have like 3 levels of evilness. You have like the normal passive princess text, white text, and then you have text with a red outline, and then you have the full-on red letters, completely of red filled. After I killed you this cabin, I want to say it teleported. It wasn't in the woods anymore. Time stopped meaning anything, and I had to kill myself to escape.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
It sounded more like we were bored, if anything.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathising with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it?
The way she just looks away and says that with a smile, it sounds like she doesn't give a shit about what I'm saying.
She doesn't mean it.
Yeah, there you go.
It serves you right.
That's it.
I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest. It sounds like you got exactly what you were owed.
So, we're even? If you can't go through walls, can't you just leave on your own? Yeah, she mentioned that she can't escape. She keeps coming back. Okay, team. I am out of ideas, thoughts. Let's inquire with the voices, shall we?
We could always try violence. It's worked for us so far.
Once against a ghost, come on.
She's a ghost.
There we go.
Who says ghosts are immune to violence? Common sense? There's nothing common or sensible about common sense. Action and observation are the only things that matter. Fine, then let me observe that the acts of killing her and killing ourselves haven't got us much of anywhere. We're still back in this cabin, we're still dealing with her, only now she has a good reason to hate us. I suppose you have a point. Do you have any ideas then? I don't know. Maybe we do what she wants. Maybe we let her possess us and walk out of here. We could. It would be something different. I like different. Absolutely not. If you walk her out of here, she's going to end the world.
The blanket statement again.
Is that really so bad? Yes, it is by its very definition bad. But those are the only options, aren't they? Violence or doing what she wants. Or just leaving her down here. Though ignoring a problem is rarely a solution, is it?
The answer is no, I can't let you out. Okay, I've given it enough thought. Let's get you out of here. Let the princess possess you. I sort of want to, but at the same time not. Let's do it. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Poor thing.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
Thanks for being a pal. It sounds like what a demon would say.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
The narrator. Oh, come on, narrator. I'm gonna have to buy you a bear at one point. I might not.
See you soon.
Define see you soon.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul.
Yeah, she's gonna kill off this body, isn't she?
I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
Oh.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
But I don't necessarily die.